course, a lot of fans there showing up at the Australian Open, plenty of them. And some fans reportedly getting tickets because they've been running out at the box office. They're going out there and spending thousands to be part of the action there in the black market. Here, just before we get to Viagogo spokesperson Ed Parkinson, we just want to see, here's one of the sad things that can happen if you buy a
Wally and I have all the tickets we need.
Sorry, fellas, but these tickets are counterfeit.
What? Counterfeit?
Yeah, see, the hologram's missing. And there's no such team as the Spungos. And finally, these seem to be printed on some sort of cracker.
So there you go. That's what can happen. So you've got to be very careful. So join us on the line right now to make sure that you are, in fact, going to a game with real people. Shuparova is not really a player, okay, if you've got one of those tickets. Spokesperson Ed Parkinson, of course, from Viagogo. G'day, mate. How you going?
Hi there. How you doing?
Very good. Now, talk to us about these, because there is people getting the old counterfeit tickets, which I guess is a story which is quite horrible, because you quite often, it's not just you show up your ticket, you got to take the day off, you got to get there, and all that sort of thing, plan your day out as well, so it can be a very, very expensive exercise, Ed.
Yeah, it can be, absolutely. And we see this problem right across the world for really popular events like the Australian Open, where perhaps they've sold out quite a long time in advance. Invariably they can't get a ticket to the box office, so they look elsewhere, and then they'll go online or they'll turn up outside. Unfortunately, it's these high-value, popular events where the Picassos of ticket fraud come out of the woodwork. And unfortunately, that's what they do. You'll see that people, especially when you go to people outside the venue or these unsecure auction sites, potentially like eBay or other sites, there's no guarantee that you get what you pay for. There's no guarantee that the ticket's genuine. And that's really why sites like Viagogo have come into the market to protect fans against these fraudulent tickets, to make sure that we do provide a guarantee, is that we guarantee that the ticket's going to get you into the event, and if there's any problem, we step in and get you a replacement.
So, I mean, we've spoken to you before, and I found it quite fascinating. I thought, what a great service. Can you just explain for people that didn't hear that other interview, so what is it that you guys do? Like, where do these tickets come from? Do you buy them off the Australian Open?
Yeah, so here's how it works. So we operate a ticket marketplace. We're a global company, and we operate a ticket marketplace for big events across the world. And we don't buy or sell the tickets ourselves. We provide the platform. The tickets come from typically mostly individuals who bought tickets and find they've got some tickets they no longer want to use, and then we'll send them on. So, for example, we're official partners with the French Open, another Grand Slam tennis tournament that takes place in Paris. And thousands of people who bought tickets at the original on sale will then find, perhaps, running up to the event, they've got a spare, somebody drops out, and they'll put them up for sale on our platform. So here's what happens. If you're looking for a ticket for an event, you can't find it at the box office, you can come to us. You'll see tickets for sale. There'll be a range of tickets, different prices in different sections. And when you buy a ticket, we guarantee that you get the ticket in time for the event. And we do that by tracking the delivery of the ticket from that seller to your door, usually through UPS or sometimes electronic tickets, or we use pickup points. And we make sure that that ticket gets to you, and we don't pay that person selling the ticket until you've successfully been to the event, which means that anyone trying to sell dodgy tickets or fraudulent tickets they're not going to win. They're not going to make any money. So we keep the rogue guys out of the system, and we make sure that the genuine tickets get from that seller to you. And that's how it basically works. And we see people, trading, buying and selling tickets for thousands of events across the world, and certainly for big events like the Australian Open and for the Ashes that's taking place in the UK this summer, cricket matches, rugby matches, a whole range of different events. People are buying and selling tickets on our platform.
I can see on your, oh man, what a seat. Someone can go, you've got tickets available right now, $90 to go watch the night session tonight at Rod Laver. That's $90 to go see Roger Federer play Davydenko, that entire night session on there. That's fantastic. So a range here from 90 down to the lowest, folks, 104, 157, and then you can get the expensive ones right down the bottom there, $1,100 if you're right at the front. So the price is just set by the person selling the ticket, and I guess that's the thing, Ed. If they get too greedy with the price, no one's going to pay it, are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those tickets, if the tickets at the silly, there'll always be the odd chance of trying to put a ticket up at a very high price. Those tickets aren't going to sell. What you really see is that the sort of prices that you quoted, the sort of lower end, $90, $100, that's really what you'd probably expect to pay for that ticket that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of a service like Viagogo, is that there's always somebody who's got a ticket they can't use. They'll put it up, and you can go on last minute. You want to catch a session tomorrow, want to catch a session at the weekend, you can go on, see what's available, pick where you sit, and you can get a ticket. You can get a ticket for the match.
Excellent. Well, look, Ed, thank you very much for your time. Everybody, it's viagogo.com, so viagogo.com, and you can have a look through this. You could go to Taylor Swift if you want. But no, there's all the tickets here for the Australian Open, and you can even go watch football in Germany and all that as well. Ed, thanks very much for your time, my friend.
Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Cheers.
and it's very similar to, I went to baseball in America, and I got into some of the most fantastic seats, and they were only $12, and it was because over there they have such a long season that people buy season tickets, and they go, well, I don't know if I want to go watch the Milwaukee series, when they're in town for 3 games, because that's not a sexy team to me. So they put them on these websites, and I saw it and clicked it, and even after you pick it up, there's still what you think, $12, and you looked at it, and you held it up to the sun as if that was magically going to do anything. Oh, can I see a watermark? And sure enough, you got the fantastic seats, and it's just the fact that people have bought seats and they go, I can't make it, so I just got to sell it. It's a great avenue. It's
a great way for people to get access to something that they wouldn't normally get access to.
Have you bought scalp tickets?
No.
I did. We're in New Orleans.
I don't want to break the law.
Yeah, we're in New Orleans, and we just couldn't get into the game. And this guy going, "Oh, you want tickets? We sell tickets." Okay, so we bought these tickets off this guy. I think they're about $30 each, and we got in, and they were right at the very, 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 very back row of the Superdome. But see, where it was good for us was we just thought we just want to be inside in this thing at the game, So I'm not a fan of either team.
I'll tell a lie. I've done it once. I was to watch. I'll tell a lie. But I'm not incriminating myself like Lance Armstrong. Don't you worry about that. I'll tell you what. No, I did it once, and it was to watch Shaquille O'Neal, right, in Orlando.
Oh.
Okay, all right. But I was so high up, he wasn't even that big. And he's 7'1" and 300 pounds. Oh, man, I was getting blood nose the whole lot. My ears were popping.
It looks like an ant.
So,
a really big ant.
imagine what everyone else looked like. Yeah.
It's like in Friends. You are like in Friends. Joey doesn't share food in Friends. Jeff Wilson doesn't.